Hello, welcome to the late night show with Sonolanders. As you can see, I am very excited to be here with you all. But to give you a short version, what really happened was that I was dozing off with a YouTube video, right? I was watching Nick Crowley, and eventually it caught my attention, and I just caught my attention. I started paying attention to it, and the rest is history. I got spooked. I now can't sleep. Usually that doesn't really happen though. I like his voice is very not much invasive. Or what's the word I'm looking for? Whichever proper word it will be is the word that I'm looking for. So I'm thinking of doing something different, obviously. It's a bad time to be playing games. And on top of that, deadlock matchmaking has been shit. I just hate. I hate deadlock matchmaking. It sucks now. It really sucks. What is this? We might just find something to react to. I have the window set up, and I have the strategy set up too. So there will be routine pauses in between. It's the way it is, unless it's the live video, which I don't think I can. No. I don't know what it... Whoa. Wait, night shift is going on. So... And you know what? I don't think I can... It would have been nice if I could co-stream this. This would have been, in that case, this would have been a godsend, you know? But it looks like I don't have that much following, so I hardly doubt that I'm allowed to do this. So Twitch is not also acting well, so that's not gonna work. Okay, well, we're gonna find a YouTube video in that case. I mean, what does it take to be a co-streamer? How much to how much following do I need? How much following would one need to co-stream? I don't know. I wouldn't know that. Man, I really wanted to believe that I could co-stream this. I guess I'm kind of hung up on that at this point. Anyway, I'm still looking for a video. Hypergate. What about? I watched this video, but I don't really remember now, do I? A YouTube rabbit hole. Cosmic horror in Elder Scrolls. That's not that interesting. Why We Dream. Science documentary. Horrors of Amazon rainforest. A tour of Earth's ancient supercontinents. Great, we'll get to know how Indians came to be. This will find you when you need it. And I think it's a music ambient type. Dark ambient. But you know what? Yeah, it did find me when I needed it, but things are a tad bit different, which makes it not true. Oh well, I guess we're not looking at that then. Best if I find something else. Discovering Chernobyl's elephant's foot. This is my first reaction video, so it has to be with substance. Something that I know about, but at the same time I can watch something and learn something from the video, and at the same time I can give my own feedback. I should probably do some research. Hold on. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Guidelines for reaction. What? Reaction object here. What the frick? What is this? I don't think there's. Huh. Okay, so Minecraft's original biomes explained. Anyone interested in that? Most disturbing Discord users. That's the radioactive thing. I'm not gonna touch it. It was waiting for me. It looks like a creepy pasta. I figured out where Kingdom Comes 2's fountain gets its water. So any Austin's video is unreactable. Jeez, that's a big statement. What I mean by that is that his video is already chill. When bugs came onto land. I hate cockroaches. Cockroaches are the worst. I can hear Balloon Boy laughing. I think I'm starting to lose it. It'll be funny if I did. Well, I guess I'm gonna miss the Deadlock tournament. The website isn't even working right. Wait, never mind. There we go. Okay, corrupt stars. Hypothetical stars that will blow your mind. Internet's Darkest Corners 4 by Nick Crowley. Half-Life: The Complete Story. Horrors on YouTube Kids. Darkest Corners 5. Smoother animation is not better animation. Read the pinned comment. Who are the Valor? Valor? From what fiction is this? Lord of the Rings, I think. What are flies? Flies are pests. Okay, the lore of Iron Lung is devastating. Well, I don't want to watch that because Iron Lung is almost out in all the international, I believe. Hearts of Appalachian Mountains. Wait, I could go to 4chan. Usually it's a bad idea. but you know, I'm feeling nuking myself. That's a joke. That's a joke, we're joking. I don't want to nuke myself. So wasn't there a X board? Where is it? Outdoor toys, history and humanities. Post your Steam profile picture and let others rate them. Oh, that looks interesting. Let's see. Paranormal, found it. Oh, nice. 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 Nothing too interesting here. So obviously I'm gonna check the whole... I hope there's no NSFW stuff, right? Alright. Think we're ready. Just say. I'm all doing this in real time. Hold on. I got this under control. You should be able to see the window now. Let's get rid of that. Alright. How do I do this? Oh, found it. So hopefully this is clear enough. Alright, so this is the paranormal board for on 4chan. Welcome to Paranormal. This is not a board for faint of heart. If you need something to get started with, see below a list for some basic resources. We hope you enjoy your venture into spooks and the creeps and the unknown. Not exhaustive and are merely meant for beginners to get their footing. High quality discussion, okay, praised, will be removed. Okay, so they do moderate this. Good to know. What is this? Creating the new sun, anonymous. So I'm not really into 4chan. I sometimes come here. Anyone can join. I created a bunch of these robots which can be used in the manner of servitors. Servitors are alt bodies, okay. Sphere implementation. Huh. So it's a drone type. It's like a vessel, I'm guessing. Why are humans converted into servitors? Okay. Made from limestone plus magnesium arsenic. We'll be inserting them as I remove the NPCs. According to the estimate, 200 milliliter, okay, of them needs to be replaced. Oh, million, sorry. God, 200 million of them needs to be replaced. Who's this NPC? What is he talking about? What is this about? Okay. Just in case I made 4 billion of them. You never know, right? Okay. The formatting is something that I need to get familiarized with. But other than that, I think I can. I don't know how to react to that. Okay, population is very small compared, so I may as well give some out. Consider it charity or evil wizard scheming, whatever you prefer. The Illuminati has been trying to create a new sun since like the 1800s, and they keep failing after the one used during the Kingdom of Christ failed in 1200s. Then they've been mad about standards used for the new one made in 2002. What the fuck? So this is a sun creator. This guy, a lady. Oh, it's a very high quality image. You could never tell by its small size. Oh, this cat is cute. Anyway, so I think what it is it's like a ARG type thing, where the sun can be made. Calm down, Solaire. Wait, shit. Calm down, Solaire. You can't literally make a new sun. Okay, that's a good one. Give me 11,111 robots, please. How many can I claim? What if I'm see? One per person is enough. So I'm a bit confused with this one. We're gonna move on. Welcome to the Nobody General. Who is the Nobody? The Nobody is a figure alive today who has extraordinary spiritual powers, including the ability to control reality with their conscious and unconscious mind. He's a man of no wealth and no worldly acclaim, through whom it seems God has chosen to manifest its strength and wisdom. He is said to carry the logos, making him a fearless truth-teller and a menace to the powers that be. I am getting exhausted at the night. Okay, let me set up the OBS so that I can have it at my fingertips. There we go. Instead of receiving strength through a superiority or inferiority mechanism, the Nobody proves them time and time again that a whole planet filled with creative, ingenious, spiritually ascended humans who are individually sovereign yet globally unified through consciousness can achieve greater things than a planetary empire of darkness and control. Okay. He's not a messiah. He's just like you, but he has found the kingdom of God within himself through sheer dedication, just like you will. What is the general picture? It's important that we start replying to the good posts and ignoring the hateful ones, or the ones to argue. So call upon their heads the forces of heaven of peace, clarity, and wisdom. If this place is to be more than a squandered opportunity, an overgrown garden, it requires voice, such as yours, but many more. Focus on increasing your service to others and be more loving to yourself, everyone, in order to raise your vibrational and consciousness level, and learn to forgive yourself and others. This will change the vibration of the planet, raise shared consciousness of humanity, and change humankind one person at a time. This is some religious BS. Comment is too long. But it goes on? Oh, there we go. Remember, you create your reality with your hands, thoughts, feelings, words. You are the creator of your story. No one can decide your fate except for you and God. You lost me there. Remember your right to power, to step up into your ultimate role as your highest self, should you choose to embark on that journey. Greetings, I'm the monitor of installation of 4. I'm guilty. I'm 343 guilty spark. We're all Satan, it's over between us. Chinese voice are weird. YouTube link. File no longer exists. Okay. Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to the infection. System around to communicate and interact with the divine. This is some. I'm having that feeling where reading this stuff will make me think about stuff. You know? We're gonna pause the music. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so consciousness is the only thing that matters. There might as well be infinite variants of different kinds of universes, but only the ones that can host conscious beings matter. The others might as well not exist because none can ever experience them. Therefore, you matter, I matter, everyone on this planet matters. We're the only beings that matters. I'm here to get spooked. What is this Minecraft end poem bullshit? I'm a bit confused now. Sorry, I have to keep up with the. Are they winning? I'll give you audio update. How about that? I'll give audio update to my imaginary audience. Oh, excellent kill by the man. By Aidorian. Who's ahead? So Abrahams are ahead, melee creeps are behind in souls. But you know, it's a pro level game, so. Anything can happen. It's not universe that creates consciousness, it's consciousness that creates universe. I can't speak. I think I'm having the case of retardism. Local consciousness is irrelevant. Something tantamount to a quirky feature with no real and end result. So okay. There has to be levels of meta consciousness for things to matter in the varying degree that, for example, a dolphin or a monkey can be compared and weighed against that of human in this theoretical horizontal plane of experience, and thus we have reason then for our eyes to be lifted up to the heavens, perhaps even purpose. Replying to the main post, okay? I am. What are you replying to? Oh, okay. Me and my tulpa are the only beings. What the fuck is this? Tibetan Buddhism, okay. Buddhism, okay. Tulpa is a materialized being or thought form, typically in human shape, that is created through spiritual practice and intense concentration. The term is borrowed from Tibetan language. Modern practitioners who call themselves tulpamancers use the term to refer a type of willed imaginary friend whom practitioners consider sentient and relatively independent. Modern practitioners predominantly consider tulpas as a psychological rather than a paranormal phenomenon. Holy shit. How to learn to consciously reshape reality. We can do it sometimes, but how to be able to do it all the time? Subconsciousness creates universe. How to make consciousness to edit it. So this guy presents a interesting thought. I'm sure many of you have thought about this event at some point, which is that you think, therefore you are, and there's also that can be an idea that what we are is just a jar of a brain that's in a jar, and every other material that you see, the like your body. This is not what he's talking about, but you know, it is the editing the universe part. That's what I'm talking about. Is that you can? The idea is to gain so much power that you can edit the universe with your mind, like a reality stone. Hold on. Unfortunately, I'm the only conscious being here. You're probably just a fragment of my imagination. See? It's quite opposite. You are just my imagination. Okay, so what is this? There's a different thread. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy considered to a slow vibration. That we're all one conscious experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. Hmm. The theory that the self is the only thing that can only be known and verified. The view that the self is the only reality. Okay, so this is the one that I am talking about, but with the jar of brain analogy. I mean, come on, how? There's also the egg stuff, egg story, right? It's on the YouTube. Oops, that's not it. The Egg, a short story, which is a 8-minute video. So, not yet gonna watch it if I do decide to watch it. So the idea is that you are everything. You are your best friend. That yes, the best friend that you talk to. You are the man you pass by. You are the man uh, who you have been nice to and you have been mean to. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a model citizen and turn off the ad blocker. And I think we can just watch this. I have to come up with a system where I pause. This is the video from Kurkazat in a nutshell. The Egg, a short story. A short story, sorry. It's just studying a category that's even important. Man, my throat is not leaving me alone. Hello. Okay. All right. So here goes.
You were on your way home when you died.
Oh no, we are already dead, and we're not even 5 seconds. We're 5 seconds into the story, and we're already dead. I'm doing this for reaction. Um, for copyright. I'm doing this for copyright. So I have to talk about the death, the concept of death now. This is the exact same thing that happened with Doctor Strange, and the Doctor Strange didn't had a good time after that crash. He didn't die, but he could have been dead. Okay, it would have been really, really bad. This is not a laughing matter, I tell you.
It was a car accident.
Just like Doctor Strange. I mean, what can I say? Sometimes you're driving down the road and a truck just comes and hits you. This is why you have to be careful. Do not wear those headphones while you're on street, okay? Always stay conscious. Always look around you and understand what's happening. Don't take this lightly, I tell you, because you will die.
Nothing particularly remarkable.
Turns out your death wasn't even remarkable. It wasn't even impressive. It was just one of many crashes that just happens to be on that road, and you just happen to be the unlucky guy who got roped into this. I mean, how are you gonna live with yourself? Well, I guess you can't, you're dead. But I mean, you can see how it can demoralize. I mean, you're still dead. You can't be any more demoralized than that.
But fatal nonetheless.
And you're dead. There's unlike Doctor Strange, you don't get to use your wealth to give yourself the best treatment that is available that is known to science. I will do everything that is known to medical science. And you don't get to crash out on your girlfriend. You don't get to sell your fortunes. You just get to die, okay? You don't even get to camouflage and learn magic.
It was a painless death.
Well, at least that's a silver lining, isn't it? It was a painless death. You just felt the shock. You probably went unconscious first, and then came the death part, you know? You probably concussion in your brain, so you immediately passed out, and due to internal bleeding, for the most part, we don't know. It could be external bleeding or vital organs being crushed for blunt force trauma. But it was painless because your brain was dead even before you could.
The medics tried their best to save you, but to no avail.
Well, that's a bummer, isn't it? I mean, I wish no one had died like this, but you know, they did. What can you do? Should have been driving good. Is this visible to you guys? I am so paranoid. I don't want my YouTube career to be over before it even begins, right? And that's really what I'm worried about. We'll switch to video games, if it's late enough. Okay, so painless death, and medics tried their best, but you know they're getting paid for the hours. Sadly, you can't go back and complain to their manager because, well, I think you have this severe case of being dead. Hold on, I'm adjusting my chairs. That's why. Thank God there's no webcam. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because there's no light in my room. Hang on. I got another idea to improve the experience. What other backgrounds do I have? I need a inoffensive background, don't I? um, do I have any copyright free cold background? That'll just be an image. Ideally, I could just use a screenshot if I have it. I have a the perfect one. Hold on. The perfect image that I can use. There. It's much better, isn't it? I think I have an official name for that thing. This streamer sucks. He can't get anything in order. Patience, my child. Patience. Ugh, guys. Damn it, how do I... Where are my screenshots? What have you done to my screenshots, I say? There. I think that's looking much better. Although I do have to improve the opacity on that, don't I? Okay. Let's get to it.
Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off. Trust me.
Okay, so it would have been a super painful death if you hadn't died quickly. You can thank your lucky star that it was just over as soon as you made the collision. Otherwise, you wish... Otherwise, you'd be like, take me to hell already.
And that's when you met me.
I don't know how to... Wait. What do you say to this? What do you...
What happened? Where am I? You died, I said.
You're fucking dead. Sorry, I don't want it to be a high octane, high blood pressure type stream, but you know, you're dead, so I guess you can't be high pressured.
Matter-of-factly, no point in mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yes. I died.
You're dead. You know, without statement, I can't really build off of that. But I suppose it wasn't even the guy's fault. It was the truck's fault. Well, we should not have been listening to music that loud on when you're on car. You should not have been distracted.
Yes. But don't feel bad about it.
No, don't feel bad about it, he says. Can you believe this? This guy now don't get to play GTA 6. This guy probably... When did it come out? 2019. So he didn't even get to know that there are people who are emulating Bloodborne on PC. He doesn't know anything about this. And it was 2019. He probably doesn't know that Trump was elected twice. The second time. He doesn't know any of this. Think about it.
Everyone dies. You looked around.
Everyone dies, but did he have to die? Did I have to die? Put yourself in that guy's shoes. Did that guy had to die? Is it not unfair? Aren't you angry that you are the one who died? Does it not boils your blood to know just how bad it is?
There was nothingness.
You see, I don't know how to experience nothingness. I've never experienced nothingness other than the time maybe when I'm sleeping and I'm not thinking anything. The nothingness. The only time I can think about nothingness is in a retrospect, right? Like when I'm looking back. When I'm sleeping, I have no memory of that time of me sleeping. So to me, now that I'm awake, to me that time was nothingness. And what's now is not nothingness, it is somethingness. But if I had been sleeping now, it would have been somethingness as well. But in the future, looking back to the past, thinking back at the sleeping time, it would have been nothingness.
Just you and me. What is this place?
You're in heaven, love. This is what we call the purgatory. You're not even in the heaven. My bad. It was white color, so I assumed it's nice and cold. I think everybody knows what purgatory is. I don't have to explain that.
Is this the afterlife? More or less. Are you God? Yes.
Hallelujah. This is why you should. You being a nice person has paid off. You get to meet God. I mean, it kind of sucks that you died so quickly. But hey, it's a God we're talking about. I think you can afford a smile on that face.
I'm God. My kids. My wife.
Oh, he was more successful than I am.
What about them? Will they be all right?
Oh, my wife. Actually, I can kinda see his concern. You know, if I'm not being uh immature for a bit. This guy left his whole life behind. He wasn't planning to die that day.
That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is for your family.
Oh, he was a nice guy after all, wasn't he? I'm so sad that he's dead. If only I was a Jedi and I could bring this guy back from the. If only I was Sith and I could use some forbidden Sith power to bring this guy back to life. It would have been nice. Would it not have been? No, would it not have been nice?
That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God.
Is this God guy narrating the whole stuff? It's a bit weird, isn't it? I never used a different category on YouTube. Which one should I use? People and vlogs? Well, people and blogs. That's the one that used to be on the. Like, it's the default on the old YouTube thing. I don't know what it defaults to now. I'm gonna put it on entertainment.
I just look like some man or possibly a woman.
That's a bold-looking woman, lady. That I don't want to look at you anymore.
Some vague authority figure, maybe.
Or maybe the cosmos that disintegrates into stars. A cosmical being, if you will. Sorry, I have no commentary on this.
Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way.
Oh, I'm so sad. If you think about it, when a person dies, that person is not quite frozen in time, but it cannot progress anymore. Unless you find his secret stash and you make some discovery, like, oh, he was into some weirdo stuff. But ideally, that doesn't really happen. A man's secret goes down with the man. Always clear. Make sure you have plans to clear your stuff. Like your history on browser or your video games. Make sure you left a will, like, oh, in my device, I wish to remain like this. Please delete my history and do not look at them.
They didn't have time to grow contemptuous of you.
What?
Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved.
What? Did I hear that right?
In every way. They didn't have time to grow contemptuous.
Contemptuous? What is that? Scornful. Okay, so they won't be angry that father isn't there. Contempt. God damn it! How could I forget? I know this word.
Of you, your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart.
Oh. That, though, I mean, oh, the whole thing is here. Printer-friendly version back to writing page. You can use the anchors to remember your place. What? What? How does this work? Anyway. Okay, so this guy wrote the story. I guess it just happens to be a guy with a marriage that's falling apart. I mean, it's kind of sad to say that your wife, your significant others. I don't know, man. It's just sad. I guess I'm not ready to be heartbroken.
If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved.
It's so sad. I am down. I'm feeling I'm not even drunk, but I'm feeling all this emotion at 2:30 a.m. 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something?
Now, no one's watching this stream, okay? So I have the freedom to say this. I firmly believe, it's not like I believe in religion or anything like that, but I believe that hell has the deepest layer, or if not the deepest, then deeper layer reserved for me. That's where I would belong, should I pass on. If not, then hell has failed to make its judgment.
Neither. You'll be reincarnated. Ah. So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way.
Does the reincarnation only exist in Hinduism? And surely there are other people who came up with this stuff. Wasn't there Greek philosophers who sort of saw it that the soul and the body is different and the soul will pass on to a different body? That's a sort of reincarnation, I would say. But yes, we here's how we were taught in the school. The reincarnation bit is like you God, what am I saying? So you die, you get reincarnated in a different life form. It could be anything really. You could be a bird, you could be just a bug, you could be a mosquito, and your lifespan is very short. Or your newly born stuff, your newly born what can I say? Like a larva. So you're just fucking dead. You don't even get to live on the earth as a reincarnated thing for a very long. But at the same time, you do run into a situation where do bugs go to heaven or do they go to hell? Because I'm assuming the sin does not apply to them. You see what I mean? Like, how would a bug commit a sin? How would a lion commit a sin? Like hunting, killing animals, killing deer is its design. It's by design. It's nature's design. Nature made them that way. So what kind of a sin would they be committing? And why is it different for us? Obviously, we have society. We can come in a club, in a round table, and discuss the matter of sense and consciousness and society and societal constructs. I think that's what separates us from the animal. But at the same time, that would also mean that you being reincarnated as an animal is pointless because you're not learning anything from that. So there's a bit of a hole there, but it's not like I've read the actual text of of Hinduism. We don't have those in my household. But yeah, we're also told that once you have done enough good stuff, and especially you have to do good stuff without expecting the reward for it. Like you gotta be what's that word? Like I don't know the word, but I'm looking for selflessness, altruism. So you gotta be selfless. You gotta be you have to be willing to do good stuff without expecting something in return, because that's when you well, I guess I've been disappointed, so I stopped assuming that good things will come to me. Once you have lived your life like this, that's when it is said that you can unite with the actual God. Like Hindus believe in actual absolute powerful stuff, the one and only, basically. And well, people might get confused with the deity. Like the deity is different. They are not the God. They're God, but they're not the main one. The main one is formless. while the ones that have forms are just deities or demigod. You know, these are gods with forms who are supposed to be less powerful. Anyway,
Walk with me. You followed along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular.
I should walk. I'm getting fatter.
It's just nice to walk while we talk. So, what's the point then? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right?
See, that's another thing because religion came up with the idea of reincarnation that kind of say that there are things beyond death, so you should live your life like that. Like, it's not one life. You don't only live once type of thing. It's a way of incentivizing a better and responsible life. But if you think about it, every baby is born with zero memories. They start to form their memories. They start to form their memories even not right after birth, but rather later.
A baby. So, all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. Not
If only God had come up with a character creator and you get to choose who you want to be. But I suppose I have lived enough to the point where I can say, like, man, I wish we had character creator. We don't have that. We don't get to choose who we are to be or where we are born. So I'm just thinking, if we did get a character creator, how would that be? Because if you're starting from the zero, I'm assuming you won't know anything. Like, what is popular on planet Earth right now? What is hot? Like, which identity is doing hot right now? You know? How should I look like? What's the fashion? Should I look like a more East Asian, or should I look like more like a Western? You know?
so.
And what if after I have selected my character and I do reach the adulthood, what if I'm not happy with it? And I'm like, man, I should have chosen the other option. No, I don't want to be this anymore.
You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine.
Oh my fucking god. Hey, nothing to say here, but yes.
A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold.
These animations are so good. I believe that they had a video where they said how they make this. I believe they make these shapes with the Illustrator, and they edit them in editing software.
You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But
48 years and he's dead. Well, he's well into his His children's are. Wait. When do people get married? Because if this dude is 48 and his children are as young as they are, that would mean that this guy had married late. I would say 38, 35 maybe. You know? 35, that's, man. I can't imagine being 35. That's too old, man. Asmongold is, what, 35 or 32? I don't really remember. But that guy acts like he's 40 or 50. 40, I'll say 40. Which is weird because I think I was watching him when the whole Johnny Depp trial was going on, and he was just another cool dude on the internet. But slowly he's become more mature. I don't know. I would love the old Asmongold back, but it's not. I'm not saying that. It's not a demand. I don't want him to go back. Like I don't want him to be influenced like this. This is to say that you can't tell an artist to make a certain type of music. An artist has to come up with his own music.
There's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots. Lots and lots. And into lots of different lives. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD.
Oh my fucking god, they're gonna make me a girl. That'd be awesome. Happy. You know, this is really late at night. I don't think anyone would mind if I say this. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a girl? Have you ever... Don't do this, by the way. Don't do this. This is the internet. So I have to make this clear. Don't do this. But have you ever walked into a woman's restroom? Don't do this, okay? Do not do this. It's against the law. You should be reported if you do this. But it's like it's. I was watching a cartoon, right? In Cartoon Network. I forgot which one it was. It wasn't. I think Mindy and Billy Adventure. Yeah, this one. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Mandy. So I think one of the episode where they said where there was a girls' restroom, right? And you get in there, and it's like it's like a portal into a different world. There's like a tree, there's the grass. And I was so little. I was watching that. And I'm thinking like, holy shit. I never got invited into that. I wanna go there. But of course, it didn't really last that long. I quickly grew up.
Wait, what? You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically.
This is where it gets genius. This story is really good. It was well made.
Time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from.
You cannot comprehend this because you're a human. You can only comprehend this through comprehending that you cannot comprehend this.
Where you come from? Oh, sure. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me.
And this is where it sort of gives you a fog of war. So basically, when I say fog of war, I meant to say that you can't see beyond the given visibility that is given that is your weather. But there might be more beyond the horizon, or if you walk forward, you might find more, but you can't really go there.
I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand.
Because you are a human mind. Especially you won't understand because you're still alive. So this is not a suggestion. Come to your senses. Come, and we'll move on.
Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point.
Check this out. I'm gonna play this part. Hopefully I don't get my stream won't get taken down.
Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So, what's the point of it all? I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you.
Just like that. Just like that, my friend. It all clicks. It is all you. Now I know I want to kind of let it go, let it play, but I can't. This is someone else's property. I didn't make this.
I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth, all you, different incarnations of you.
Really makes you think, don't it? It's crazy because especially for me, I have lived so selfishly that I sort of don't think that that person I'm being mean to or not thinking about, it could just be me, but a different reincarnation of me. It changes the perspective, the story.
Wait, I'm everyone? Now you're getting it. I'm every human being who ever lived. Or who will ever live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth too. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you're the millions he killed.
I mean, how can you top that? This is the best concept of life that I have known. And ever since I saw it, I sort of lived with it. Now, it doesn't really help that due to my lack of mindfulness, I forget. And I do tend to revert or reset back to my old self, where I'm just thinking about myself. So every sort of philosophical thinking like this would kind of make you think about others. It's always has been about others. Because here's the thing. The winners will always think about themselves because they have to win. But it's not like you're giving up winning by putting others down. As there are other options where you can be nice to others and you can take them with you. Because the whole idea is that you could have been in that position yourself. You just aren't. you are not now, but maybe in the future, even in the same life, you can sometime have a really good time, sometime have a really bad time. Think about that. Sometimes you're on top, sometimes you're that's what she said. Um anyway,
I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why? Why do all this? Because someday you will become like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Wow, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life.
how beautiful is that? It's so sublime. It it is so emotionally charged that the line where every time you victimize someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every time you've been kind to someone, you were being kind to yourself. That was so well put with this egg concept. It sort of makes you feel more connected with the whole of humanity, or rather gives you the illusion that you're connected. Because I'm also being, how do you say it, pragmatic or realist? Crazy, isn't it? Well, it's not crazy, it's like the word I used, it's sublime. Both significance and insignificance at once. Very melancholic.
And I sent you on your way.
And that was the story. That was beautiful, man. Really well done. I love this. Wow. Now wasn't that something? Oh my god. I am starting to feel it. Starting to feel sleepy now. Anyway, back to our fortune board. Evil Eye General. Is General a template for posts? I was stoned out of my mind, and I had a random thought that the evil eye symbol was blue because it was a way for peasants to show they knew that white people were evil. I did some digging, and it turns out my weird thought was right. People with blue eyes are feared, and their looks and presence are thought to cause illness and misfortune. Checks out with the whole white people are the terrible rulers of the world. Also, if anyone is interested, I had another thought that the blue eyes have something to do with incest and alien. Okay. Who? All right. This guy's like having a sludgy brain moment. Irrespective of Jews, it's pretty damn obvious that people with blue eyes, whatever culture they're from, are weird. This thread was not to call for genocide of white people, and I don't support genociding people with blue eyes. I was hoping to find the paranormal reason for people with... What do you are reading into it too much? This is stupid. I don't think they are. I think you're applying childish justification to speak your knee-jerk reactions instead of looking for the truth. And if I follow that same leap of logic you are, it sounds an awful lot like to me you're trying another classic division tactic to further segregate groups of people, like what has been done with young versus old, men versus women, black versus white, new genders versus classic genders, and so on. Yeah, this is a brain dead political stuff. There's two sides to uniqueness. Blue-eyed people are rarer, so in a way, I don't know where I was going with this, but I think I was trying to say that you know how chosen ones tends to be more destructive because they were from their childhood they were treated differently. Like they were told that they were special, and so they grow up to be special, into a menace. Another evil eye? Oh, I think it's the part of the same thread. For thousands of years, the blue evil eye symbol has been worn as a charm of ward of curses, envy, and negative spiritual influence. It appears throughout ancient cultures and remains as one of the most recognized protective symbols in the world. However, I have a different theory. Is the evil eye actual thing? It is. And they are blue. Oh shit, that's creepy. Holy shit. Evil eye colors. Protection, courage, stability, wisdom, optimism, positivity, prosperity, love, purity. Even... Okay, so this is the... Oh. I was a bit confused with this picture. So the pupil is blue, but the white part, black, but the white part, which I forgot the name of, is blue. Uh-huh. Now this is unrelated to the evil eye, but I have brown color. Not very too much brown. It'll look like dark to you, but if you put it against the light, it'll look like brown. Anyway, different theory. So if a symbol truly carries spiritual power, that power must originate from somewhere. The evil eye is not rooted in biblical teachings, yet many people claim it offers protection from unseen forces. This raises an important question. Who or what is providing that protection? My theory is that the evil eye functions as a spiritual covenant. Rather than repelling evil through divine authority, it may represent allegiance to a specific spiritual entity. Throughout the history, symbols have often served as mark of devotion, loyalty, or connection to spiritual powers. Okay. The eye itself is a recurring motif in ancient mystery traditions, occult systems, and non-Christian spiritual practices. But if spiritual protection is being granted through the symbol, it is possible that the protection comes from the very entity represented by the eye. In that sense, wearing the evil eye could be comparable to accepting protection from a fallen angel or other supernatural being. The protection may be real, but it could come at a cost of allegiance with the god. Okay, well, what is up with this thread and god? Of course, this remains a theory rather than a proven fact. Yet it invites an important question. Is the evil eye merely a cultural symbol, or does it represent a deeper spiritual relationship hidden behind the promise of protection? I'm very closed off to the discussion of gods. So I don't know what to say. Man, I feel like I feel like an outsider now. Just checking. Okay. This is hell. What? It's sad to think about that group of people would devise a scheme to sabotage your existence, which may be the only life you'll ever have, and to spend all your life being told this about the afterlife has given people much time to waste because it doesn't matter. We'll go to heaven and live forever afterwards, or to be told that you'll go to hell unless you deny your own psychological or biological impulses. See, this is I don't agree with. Self-control is still to be expected of you. Doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. They'll tell you the God that made you with impulses was wrong, somehow that you're just a stupid animal. And therein lies another thing, that you are given a gauntlet to run. This is a test. It's an experience to go through the emotion, to go through the temptation. And if you give in to them, that's the easy mode. You're playing the game on easy mode if you give in. You're playing the game on hard mode. Now that's the game mode for gamers. So if you're a gamer, you know the easy and normal difficulty are fake. The real difficulty starts from hard and very hard. And if you wanna know life that, then you can go for the nightmare mode. That's in the below. They're insinuating that God made a mistake or that creation become corrupt when it's just them. They're the well prisoners, not us. We did nothing. We just want to live and be happy. They believe that you deserve nothing and you should just be grateful to God for what you have and they can do whatever they want to as why didn't this guy put some commas? Whatever they want to as you are slaves in whatever they want to you as you are slaves, including invading your life and abusing you 24/7 unless you repent to their faggot god, whose asshole is going to be thoroughly stretched out. I'm reading this and I'm thinking this guy really hates God. This is what this world is about. This is what they don't want people to know. They're slavers. Their god is a pig that wants you to remain forever a retarded, ignorant golem slave. They have no enlightenment to offer, only slavery. They will tell you that you aren't special and suck it up. Suck it up, this is your life now. They're rotten pieces of filthy shit pretending to be gods. That's all they are. Okay, so I only partially agree. I don't agree with the thing where you have to give in to your impulses. Because the fun part comes with restraint. Now, I'm not a masochist. Where would you get that idea? What the fuck? Get your mind out of the gutter. Look, jokes aside, it's like, again, I have to go back to gaming. For me, when I played The Witcher, the game itself doesn't matter, but what you need to know is it's a game where hard difficulty will start as you start to learn the game. The hard difficulty will start to feel like not hard enough. So I actually went to the settings and increased the difficulty so that I can enjoy the game. I got killed, I got beaten, but you know what? I found a different way of beating multiple enemy at once. And that's the fun part. I grew because of that limitation, because of that difficulty. So my standing with the religion is that I obviously don't agree that this is supposed to be a god. Like this. This to me, even though she has multiple arms, sure, it's more of a symbolic, in my opinion. You know what? We'll take it as a face value that she does have multiple arms. But the thing is, this is not going as far. You see. Why can't this be our god? Look at this. This is much cooler. I would worship this. I would, if you told me, if you indoctrinated me from childhood that this thing exists, not even this thing, this is just one example, but the Lovecraftian stuff, that there's a layer of reality that is only being held because a super duper unfathomably powerful being sleeping and it must not wake up or else it'll destroy the universe. I would believe that. That is something I cannot comprehend. This is something I can comprehend. Someone made this up. This is an idealized version of a human being. Because specifically this goddess is like a romanticized or idealized version of a woman or a mother. or you know, housewife. Not not housewife like there have to be housewife, but like, like they're in charge of the house. They have the keys to the house, if you know what I mean. They represents power and dexterity, as you can see by the multiple hands. They can handle multiple things. This is the idealized version. But this Lovecraftian gods, uh, there's no morality to it. There is no idealized version to it. There is just powerful being that is beyond our comprehension, that we don't know exists. And even if you're like, dude, none of this is real. And that's where I also have to push back. I don't like the full atheism stuff because, as you saw in the egg video, we don't have the experience of an entire humanity. We only experience one humanity, and then when we born, again, we don't know. When we're born with a blank slate. So if I had to distill down my viewpoint on religion, is that you don't know anything. Your ancient book or holy books, it doesn't know anything. None of us know anything. All we can do is realize. All we can do is be kind to others. But then there comes the pragmatic view that you do need this. You do need religion for social stability. Because otherwise there'd be chaos. So yeah, I don't think it's like you have to. Definitely don't give in to your impulses. Don't let down your guard when it comes to mindfulness. And this is coming from someone who is rarely mindful. Don't do this. Practice self-control and always be mindful. No room for laziness. It's the worst thing that you can practice. And that is why I think this is written by someone who's young. I do think this is written by someone who is young because of their lack of capitalization and punctuation marks. Someone who is edgy. Regardless, this is the viewpoint that I used to have. But when I was very young, and my idea of religion was that, oh, I must pray, or else they'll come, or else bad things will happen to me, or good things will not happen to me. But now I have gained other insights, like other religions, how Islam and Christians are connected, and how Eastern religions came to be, stuff like that, and how you can consider a culture as a religion, a subculture. Okay, what is this? Um, is this part of the same thread or what? I don't know how this website works. Hellpepe.jpg, okay. So this is the file. I figured it all out by Anonymous 7 hours ago. This is hell. And someone replied with this to it. This is a different board. I don't worship anything I learned through much life experience that anything that doesn't serve my interest or respect my authority is a parasite that needs to be violently removed, or we're being blue balled, in other words. Blue balling happens when a civilization becomes corrupt to the point of no return. We're in this shit bucket now. The New World Order is about filtering out those that didn't join the stampede and make it. When you narrow things down, fulfilling your biological imperative in these conditions is just being a retarded inward slave. Jesus Christ. What is this about? I'm confused. This board is so unhinged. Okay, so this is on this. Oh, okay. I think I get it. What's happening here? So there are replies and images that are omitted. So it's not showing everything. This is replying to this picture here. I'm a bit confused. What is this? I don't know what this picture is of. And what is Lilith? I've seen that word many times. Okay. I'll read this to you. Lilith is a feminine figure in Mesopotamian Mesopotamian Mesopotamian, okay, and Jewish mythology. According to accounts in the Talmud, she's a primordial she-demon. Based on medieval Jewish folklore, Lilith is said to have fled from the Garden of Eden because she did not want to submit to Adam. Lilith does not appear in Hebrew Bible or any other biblical sources, although her name is derived from the single word in the book of Isaiah. The meaning of which is deducted by scholars. She appeared first in Median and Jewish sources from late antiquity historials, incantations that incorporate a short mythic story that give partial depictions of her. She is mentioned in the Babylonian Talmud and Zohar. Leviticus 9. What the fuck is this? I can't read that. A hot, fiery female who first cohabited with man. Cohabited. Ah, I see. Okay. I had to learn that word. Some rabbinic authorities, including Maimonides. Dude, these words are not English. Henceforth, I'm struggling. I'm struggling saying English as well. Like I said, I'm having a case of retardation right now, or maybe it's maybe I am what I am. Mary reject the existence of Lilith. The name Lilith seems related to masculine Akkadian word Lilu and its female variant Lilith. Okay, so let me see AI overview. First wife of Adam. Wait. What the fuck? I thought Adam and Eve was the first. You're telling me there were other people? Adam's first wife who left Garden of Eden because she refused to be subservient to him. So she's a feminist. cultural impact. Here we go. Spirit of darkness, uncontrolled sexuality. So she is basically the bad, lack of impulse control type of guy. Like the one who you're in a assembly with everyone dressed up nice, and this guy shows up with the punk ass hair and half leather jacket. That's the type of guy or lady Lilith is. Over centuries, Lilith has been reinterpreted in various literary and artistic works, often symbolizing female empowerment and independence. Oh, there we have it. Representing a rejection of traditional gender roles. Get back into the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Okay, well, that's enough of Lilith for now. We're gonna go back to the main page. I should start podcast like this. It looks like I can speak a lot, especially if I have something to speak about in front of me. Anyway, so no, Lilith is more of a Jewish archetype that symbolizes stupid, gullible goy woman that acts like bitchy horse. You know, they're just sluts. One man's trash is another man's pleasure. These women aren't demons or anything like that. They just like to have sex. That's the way they were created by God. — 9/11 is an... Oh my god, this goes into 9/11? Mary Magdalene actually translates to Beloved Tower. The Twin Towers attack actually symbolized your marriage going up in flames. Elven in Jewish gematria? Love. What the fuck? Be our own government. South Korea was recently outed for having a feminine fact cult in their government. I just know there are tentacles on there. Okay. Well, this is some weirder stuff. I feel like this kind of stuff, I imagine what Reddit is, but turns out I'm finding this on 4chan. So is this what they mean by this? This was a normal boy until he wasn't. Turns out he spent his time on 4chan. Be bored. Our political board. I can see how weirder people who spends too much time in this website can totally get engulfed by this. Because I'm starting to... Not starting to, that's the wrong word. Because it's like, wait a minute. It's like a... How do I put it? It's like enough to tell me that it is what it is. Maybe things are like that. Okay, so geometry of light. Great. But what about it? Okay. They would hate it for you to study it. How would this be considered as a paranormal threat? I mean, none of this is. Oh. Freedom is the opportunity to use the knowledge and understanding and power wisely. Without that, we are trapped in a prison house of superstition, ignorance, and fear. Slavery is no freedom at all, and is always ima your. I can't read this word. It's not clear. Destructive power, cruel taxation, and nefarious education. Is this a cult? We'll just move on. Gnosticism is the biggest mind virus. The Archons are our friend. We are spiritual beings with a purpose and mission. If you become Gnosticism, I think. I'm not sure. You will betray your spirit. You can't just return straight to Ein Sof without fulfilling your purpose. God wouldn't allow it. You can't just cheat your way into the finish line. What is this about? Looks like there's no comment or anything like that. Our superiority has led to some controversy. Belio, juxtaposition always lands. No mood gets to rule forever. I guess it's about Leo, the star sign. If you believe in that stuff, I think I'm the one with the I forgot the name. God, I don't care that much. Mamma mia! So what is this about? Give me a dream to analyze. I want to help you and practice my skills. I'm primarily a jung. What is this? Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist. Collective consciousness archetypes and the integration of the conscious and unconscious mind in psychology. Oh my god. I'm telling you, my mind is being assaulted, or I'm being hit with so many concepts that I largely hang around in safe spots in my YouTube feed and X feed and gaming and the internet as a general. So this is like a foreign territory. Dibs on the one in the. Yeah. What's the point with this image? Okay, here's one. In a car or truck, I'm driving, going downhill. Steep, windy road, brakes aren't working, keeps going faster. Car about to fly off the road and over a cliff. Trying hard to use the brakes to slow down, but they don't work very well. Always wake up before crashing. Wait, it's a recurring dream. I don't get this. I think in my life I once had, very recently, a lucid dream. And I was in control. But I wasn't conscious. In a way where I should be excited, like, holy shit, I'm in a dream. I can make stuff happen. I was largely like not excited, but I was in control. Because usually what happens is that you're in a dream and things just happens to you. You're on a autopilot. Okay, every so often I have dreams involving either broken lifts or broken stairs. Never the both together. One or the other. The dreams are usually normalish. I'm walking on a building. Sometimes the building is familiar, other times it isn't. But I feel like I have to get somewhere and climb the stairs until there's a hole and there's no way to proceed. proceed further, and I wander on that specific floor kinda aimlessly. Other times it's a lift, but the lift doesn't go all the way to the top. Each has missing floors on the bottom button panel. Or sometimes it just stops between floors, and I have to drop the lower floor through the opening. Then again, I wander aimlessly in the floor I got off on. It bothers me that they repeat every few months or so. Also, do you have the time? Also, if you have the time, what do you make of this? A communal toilet? Huh. But okay. Oh my god, it's dirty as heck. Is this AI? Facilities maintained daily, group use permitted, occupancy unlimited. Oh my god, I wouldn't touch this at all. This is disgusting. The toilet paper rolls on the floor. What a waste. That's a good roll of toilet paper, just wasted. Yeah, no way I'm sitting on this. These ones look cool. Okay, so this kind of makes me feel like this is AI generated because these ones have more detail than these ones. I guess if someone were to remake this as an art project, it would be very expensive. Anyway, we'll move on. Been playing too much Silent Hill. That was long ago, okay? Cities where you grew up indicates that you have moved and grown up. Now your unconscious mind is trying to reconcile your past, present, and future. Integrate something from your past self when you lived in that old city. I had a dream where I was in the city where I grew up, and I walked around at night and tried to remember where my home was. But I had just no clue, and I thought, damn, how can I forget where my flat is? Okay, so this is something very familiar. I don't think I had the exact same dream, like wandering through my old town, but I have had dream where I'm just looking for the familiar stuff, but I can't just. It's like tad bit out of my reach, and I don't remember the dream. But I definitely remember the feeling of dreaming that. Alright, so that was the 3 more replies submitted. Okay, so not a whole lot of replies on this. Would have been cool to hear someone else's weird dreams, but not a whole lot of hits on this one, unfortunately. Alright. Next up, we have no human encounters. Have you ever encountered a person who doesn't seem human? What happened? There's a Muslim lady who I sometimes see at night walking down the road. I live in Fulham, London. In the main road, there is a fairly quiet pedestrians at night. She is very wide and slightly taller than the average female. She wears a red dress and hand covers. Looks like a genuine bloated, reanimated corpse. Her skin is completely gray. I mean, have you seen her skin? She walks with a weird lurch. Okay, just she's twitchy. Or like like I'm guessing how fat. I mean, you would say waddle. I don't know what you mean by this.
Lurch.
Lurch. Difficult or embarrassing position as an idiom. In the lurch, okay. Walks with a lurch, okay. So it's not straight. That's the only thing I can distill down. Or stagger, suddenly lurch forward. With a lurch, okay, found it. Okay, so she's twitchy. Alright, now I'm scared. Her eyes are totally sunken in and black. Her face is really rubbery and textured. She wears black gloves, which I've seen someone in her style religious covering use. Some of them do wear gloves, but only those who wear full face coverings. Okay, so this woman doesn't even have full face. And I genuinely get terrified when I walk past her. She makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I can't help but stare at her. She completely ignores me as if she doesn't even perceive me. She has a bizarre, strong smell of sweet, sticky earth, I guess. A lot of Muslims wear strong, earthy perfume, but this smells nothing like that. For context, I'm a total normie and only come here when I'm hungover to pass time. Not the same schizo. But I did think about making a post here for the first time as I saw her. I haven't felt that some sort of immediate terror since I was a kid. And I convinced myself that there was a ghost in my bedroom. Super, super weird. She just wanders the street at night. I got a chill. You see, it's not that difficult to scare me. I am a scaredy cat. I never thought. Okay, so the thing about me being a scaredy cat is that I never confronted this, right? So ever since like I would say 13 or 12, age 12, I used to watch scary stuff on TV, but they weren't that scary, right? They were scary to me at that age. But I would watch them and be like, it is not scary. I would be the man in the room when the scary stuff is happening on TV. So after that age, there was a huge gap in me watching anything horror related because I was so sunk into League of Legends and then later Valorant, mostly League of Legends and Minecraft. Can't forget Minecraft. That horror stuff, I never confronted it in between that age. The age, I would say 12, 13 to now, which is like 17, 18, 19, 20. And suddenly it hit me that I am a freaking scaredy cat. I can't handle horror that well. Like, you wouldn't believe it. I pirated a horror game. I couldn't complete it. And I believe I was playing what's that game? A Machine for Pigs, and I bought my friends on Discord call just to have a extra voice soothing my ear. Okay, give me a moment. Dude, there's a guy with 50. I guess I don't have 51 viewers. That's it. There are 19 co-streamers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 of them are not listed in this list. Hold on. I'm still in break, by the way. I'm calling it break. The fuck? So Night Shift currently has the highest viewer because of their co-streams. Headache. Okay, so it doesn't look like... Dude, the lowest viewer on the deadlock category is 29 viewers. What am I doing with my life? I suck, man. I'm trash. How good are you? You have LGBTQ tag on your... She, her pronouns, that just tells me you're not. Okay, the streamer is a weirdo. And I am allowed to say that because I'm a weirdo. But a different kind of weirdo. So this guy is a different weirdo and I'm a different weirdo. And I find this guy weird. Anyway, if one of these if I saw that there's a low viewer streamer streaming with the deadlock thing, then that would have given me a green light to say like, okay, maybe I can, but I don't think I can. I think you need permission. So people who are co-streaming this, I'm pretty sure they are also in the party or they have special permission. Okay, we're gonna be back. I was just watching the match. Looks like Melee Creeps is fighting now Birds with Clock. And Ido is on Doorman. Saya is playing Abrams. And they have a Ram. Holy. Due on Celeste. Why do they give this guy Celeste? Considering he is a good Celeste player. In any case, boys, the match will happen, and I'll keep myself updated and keep my host audience updated. For now, where's the window? Okay. Why? Okay. Oh, this is the OP. That makes sense. So, yes, I can see she walks the streets at night. So, here's the thing. For me, I will say that the most of the weird time is the evening time, because at the late evening, right? The transition point between night and evening. So that's when the lights become dim. And if you don't have street lights on, then it'll look okay. The same effect happens with a moonlit night. So the moonlit night and the transition point between evening and night is a very low light, very dimly lit uh, time. That's when I start to see weird stuff, because my eyes are trying to process something that is very normal, but it can't. But I can see. I'm not completely blind. And that's when it gets worse. When you can see something but you can't process it. That's when your mind comes up with something. And I believe with this guy, this is the same phenomenon happening. All right. I once encountered a person who looked like my dad, but had a face that was black with stars, like a picture of the Milky Way. He told me he smoked crack, and that's where my college fund went. I feel like this is a joke. Alright, we actually found something supernatural in this board. This is the one. Really well put. Man, okay, so when you talk too much, does it not feel uncomfortable in the back of your nose? Because I get that all the time when I'm streaming and I'm yapping a lot. Unfortunately, we have to move on because there's only the oh, someone replied to the OP. Okay. So someone put this and then someone put this. There's only one good one. Are philosophers bad people? Has their overindulgence upon the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil left them drunk with power, sniffing their own farts? Were the tools of science right to seek divorce from their abusive relationship with philosophy? Is science too stupid to remember what it should be doing? You're telling me the science is used to get divorced from your wife? What is this picture? A little trip. A lot of question. Huh? You know what am I doing? The ghosts are restless today. This is an AI generated picture, I think meant to show the smugness. Not quite clear if doing bad things makes one a bad person. You're the one asking that I comply in the hypocrisy. The Okay. So it's a whole discussion about philosophers. If you know the answer, I'd like to know. Are bad people bad because they do bad things, or do they do bad things because they are bad? It's like that question from Dark Souls. Is the chosen one became chosen one after defeating the asylum demon, or was he able to defeat the asylum demon because he was the chosen one? It's replying to this, okay? Good and bad are concepts within morality. Is this the word? With
With.
within morality, I think, which is subsequently linked to religion, We would need to analyze the lens that polarizes the distinction between good and evil. Man is born immoral. This is nature, and what benefits nature one day may be its detriment tomorrow. Are bad people bad because they do bad things? Okay, so he quoted that. Both are true, while neither is correct. Good can be found in all bad, and vice versa. Good and bad are subjective from the uh, parad paradic. How do you say this word? I've seen this word but never bothered to read it. Paradigm, I think. From the paradigm you use to reference it. People ain't bad. They just do bad things. Removing their ability to bad things doesn't stop them being bad when they lack a morality. They can be addressed by changing the criminal perspectives because all enlightenment is change of perspective. It's necessary a benefits to retention of knowledge of prior perspective. This is why electrical shock therapy was used to reinforce behavioral change. I think I'm starting to feel it. Ah, so the concept of bad and good, and what's moral, what's not moral, I find this to be tiring because there is a one of my cousin came up with this question like, uh, so three parties. One person did something bad to another person, then the other person retaliated. Then a judge uh, came in between them and passed on a judgment that the second person must okay, so here's how it goes. I'm messing this up. Three parties. So one person did bad thing to another person. Then judge came in to punish the person that did the bad thing to the person who is not the aggregator or aggressive. Uh, so in this situation, isn't the judge a sinner by punishing another sinner because the because say if the judge made a judgment and gave the person a death sentence, then um that would mean the judge had killed a person in some way, not directly. Or we're gonna take out the butcher out of this to keep things simple. So here's how I tackled it. Because the bad man did the bad thing to the good man, there's a death. Debt that needs to be paid, and then the judge came in, who sort of made sure the equation ends in zero. That's one explanation, one answer that I came up with. Obviously, it didn't satisfy him because he already has a position that it is not quite completely moral. But here's what I found. Thinking about these type of things is stupid. It's because you have to come up with something. You have to come up with an answer. Because here's the thing. You make up what's the alternative to not having a judge? A chaotic society? Would you have that? And my cousin also made this question with the idea that God is the one who makes the judgment. So obviously faith is involved. And that's a position that is difficult to argue here, because when you put in God in any equation, it kind of becomes, what's the point? Like, if you bring in God, it is what it is. There's a giveaway. Whatever this is supposed to be. Hey honey, check this out. Isn't this something? Who's winning? Birds with clock, they're still ahead. You won't see Mina in these games. That's I'm a Mina main. I stopped playing Mina like a day ago. Anyway, back to this. Get off Anon boards, you normal faggot. Okay. O9A, is this something? Order of Nine Angels? What the frick? Oh my fucking god, it's a cult. It's a cult alert. We found a cult. Order of Nine Angels is a satanic left-hand path network that originated in the United Kingdom but has since branched out into other countries, claiming to have been established in 1960s. It rose to public recognition in early 1980s, attracting attention for its neo-Nazi ideology and activism, describing its approach as traditional Satanism. It also exhibits hermetic and modern pagan elements in its beliefs. According to the order's own claims, it was established in the Welsh marches of Western England during the late 1960s by a woman previously involved in a secretive pre-Christian tradition. This account adds that 1973, a man named Anton Long was initiated into a group, subsequently becoming the Grand Master. Several academics who have studied the ONA believe that Anton Long is probably the pseudonym of British neo-Nazi activist David Myat. He denies this claim. Continued in Wikipedia. It's some weird shit. Man, I'm here for paranormal spooks, and all I'm getting is tinfoil hat conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Hail Santa? We're gonna skip this. Oh my god, what have we done to this picture? Okay, so a screenshot anonymous. Is Lilith the best to make a man irresistibly attractive to women? I mean, paranormal levels, these men that aren't anything special on the outside but have irresistible sexual energy and can have harems if they want to. I've heard that Lilith loves granting wishes that cause self-destruction, especially to destroy men. She takes pleasure in it. Amandus also grants lust, but he's wrathful, angry, and chaotic. So working with Lilith sounds better, right? I've heard of dudes getting laid after simply invoking and asking Lilith. Oh, you're talking about actual praying to Lilith? Before anyone comes in with any advice, yes, self-improvement. Yes, incels. Oh, wait. Right. Yes, self-improvement. Yes, incels. Yes, talking to women. Yes, touching grass. Yes, confidence. Yes, gym. Yes, not caring. Yes, not being a spreg. Spurg. Asperger's syndrome. Okay. Yes, hypergamy. I should have been in this website a long time ago. My vocabulary would have improved a lot. Higher social status, mental value than oneself. They have word for everything. Recently, I learned a term, a derogatory term, mud shark. There's a lot of that going on in the media these days. uh, I think it's just funny. Yes, red pill, yes, black pill. It's all too boring, and we're aware of every single advice you think is so general and correct. Let's stick to paranormal aspect of it. This is X, not R9K. I don't know what R9K board is. Okay, so what do I think about this? So this guy said yes to all the advice, all the possible advice that he could have had. But he's proposing that yes to all that. But what about, you know? What about a little bit of cocaine? What if we hit this? It won't do any harm. What's the point of not trying? Let's try it. Let's see where it goes. Where it leads. That's the type of energy I'm getting out of this. Okay, betray your tradition. What is it replying to? What the Dude, I feel like I need to upgrade my stuff. Hold on. It's too many tabs. Gotta be careful that I don't show stuff on this, bad stuff on the stream, right? Okay, I've checked it. Now we can see. Okay, so Lilith makes you irresistibly attractive to yourself. Whether that rubs off on women is debatable. However, your question is very gay-coded, and I would not recommend approaching Lilith with such blatant faggotry, or she'll use it as a way to tune you out. And the next month, you will be here asking if you should get the chop surgery. Oh my god. I guess I don't understand Lilith that much. Okay, so draw two sigils. Lilith's sigil, your sigil representing your desire. Look up how to create custom sigils. What the fuck? Oh wait. I just realized. Again, these are not unknown words per se, but these are like I've never studied these words. A type of symbol used in magic terms usually refers to a pictorial signature of a spirit. In modern usage, especially in a context of chaos magic. A sigil refers to symbolic representation of practitioner's desired outcome. Okay, okay. Oh, the spooky symbols that you usually see in witchcraft and stuff like that. Aren't these runes? I thought these are runes. These are like terrible squiggles. I wouldn't make these my avatar. Like Discord avatar. Okay. Then get a drop of your blood on the paper next to... What is this? Okay, this is some weirder stuff. She responds to self-destruct. I'm not reading all that. I'm skipping to this part. She responds to self-destructive men because she wants to destroy them. Oh, holy shit! I should. Okay, well, I think I'm a good candidate. I'm not kidding, dude. I don't think StatLocker has this, but I have that thing where if I lose, I immediately queue up for another game. Okay, it says Alchemist 4, but I ranked down from Valve. Valve has a Valve. I was on the what's after Alchemist. Yeah, I had a different Valve rank. Arcanist. I was on Arcanist 2. So not only did I rank down to Alchemist, I all the way went to Seeker. That's how many games I have played, and this is why I said that Deadlock matchmaking has been shit. But I do have that destructive tendency where if I lose, I'll keep losing, which is something I have limited. Basically, if I've lost twice, I'm done for the day. Next day, I'll play again. I'll play as long as I win. And then I get tired. It's gonna feel really good for you for years while you slowly self-destruct with women and your soul becomes empty. And you can't pair bond anymore. But it will feel very good. Who comes up with this? Usually she does not respond. She responds to self-destruct. It sounds like an invitation. Again, this is so curious to me because in my life, I have never seen a ghost. Wait, let me... Okay. So in my life, I have never seen a ghost. And I had the desire to see a ghost at some point. I even hunted for ghosts in my school days, but never seen any. So this stuff to me is very curious. I know if I suggested this to someone, or no. If I said that, hey, I'm about to do this ritual, they'll probably tell me to not do it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask one of my friends, because... Anyway, so, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, this kind of rituals I don't really believe in. The only aspect that is believable is the placebo effect, where you believe in this and things actually starts to happening. And a lot of the time it'll be just like confirmation bias. Like, oh, this good stuff that happened, it's definitely because I did the good stuff the other day and not because of randomness. That's why you have the concept of karma, where I do think it's not that karma gets to someone unless it's a direct consequence, like your jumps you're John Wick. You kill so many people, and people will eventually come after you and kill you, right? So that's like a consequence of his action. That's very direct. It's not like God has intervened and dropped a piano on John Wick. No, it's the people who John Wick killed, that those people came after John Wick and killed him. Okay, so blood creates permanent energetic link. So wanting to fuck many women is faggot coded. Imagine thinking the pinnacle of existence is nothing. You'll make your sigil request a blessing. You'll make your sigil and request a blessing. You'll end up sucking dick and wearing dress. Killers. Hedonism is fun. Quit coping. Replying to this thing. Okay, so they're having a discussion. I've never seen one single man who doesn't look great, isn't tall or big, or to have anything but one or two average girls. One single man who doesn't look great, isn't tall or built big, or have to have anything but one or two average girls. Chads, however, have literal spreadsheets of girls to hang, aka harem. So either such magic doesn't exist, or one knows about it, or no one knows about it. And come on, you came here, Incel Central, to ask about magic, to make you magnetic. Do you know where you are? No, idiot. Life is experience. When women like you, they will do everything to secure everything, paying dating company for you. Okay. Skipping all this. It's about power, that's true. It's not possible to get all these as a non-Chad, but if magic can make you look like a Chad to them, that would be most coveted and most secretive magics. Interesting. These guys are making these posts as if I have to already believe in these kind of rituals. That's the assumptions that you need. Holy. And replying to this other one, we're born into this life to experience the world, and now imagine tons of people live their 20s and 30s alone, living alone, nothing, doing shit. I know shy autistic guys who never would have left their home and never would have experienced anything in life if they aren't Chadlite. Thanks to genetic lottery, they experienced shit by just being. Okay. Shit that people like me pick the wall to let them have it. If my soul come to this world to experience shit, it is super angry. It is super angry for choosing this body and this time. No wonder why a lot of incels hate the world. Their soul, I guess their soul came here just to experience life, and they are blocked from it. Okay, so I have a premeditated, a pre-made, a ready-made viewpoint on this whole incel stuff. You're incel. Okay, so basically you don't have girlfriend, right? So that's just a failure. You failed. You couldn't play the game. Here you are. You don't want to play the game. Oh, by the way, melee creeps lost. Hate to see it. Like I was saying. So you're saying that they came to the yes. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's another true thing, which is that there is an RNG process to this body and time, where you could be lucky and be a properly built person surrounded by the right kind of people, but not everyone is lucky like that. So for those, I say this: it is a failure. You are still in control. You can change. Maybe you have become the thing that you hate because you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself because you kind of had this pre-built notion that you have to have something like, what is it? Like this. You have to have this. You are told that, and since you don't have it, and there are a lot of other people who are well built, and there are some luck aspect to them, but you don't have it, and so you're just falling behind all the time. But and you just lock in now. I think you just have to just get out there, expose yourself, build a personality. Maybe chasing this isn't the main goal that should be for you. Your main goal should be is to be a good, decent human being, because when you do that, you're loving, you're working for everybody, not just for yourself. It is like turning a valve and turning the whole scope, that whole machine, outwards rather than inwards. Wait, I have to mute my mic. God, I lost the train of thought. Right. So you have to, like, you still have the value as a living being, a living conscious being. So here's my viewpoint on this for this incels. You have to redirect that energy, that hate, to where it matters, and to be selfless, because it's time to smile for others. You have given yourself a chance. Clearly it didn't work, or it didn't work the way you wanted it to work, but maybe you can make things better for others. And I think about this like there's a game theory video that it's a speech. I don't know if I can find it like this. Don't know if I can find it like this. Oh god. Uh, so there is a Mad video of shit, his final theory. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta mute my mic. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm reaching the end too because I gotta sleep. We are almost to the end of the page as well. So here's the thing. I was saying about redirecting that passion, that regret, that sadness, anger, whatever you want to call it. Redirect that into something positive. Use that. Be mindful. That's like the first step. You have to be mindful. You have to stop thinking that games are rigged because that means here's deadlock. So I get teammates that won't cooperate with earned runnings. They'll just AFK farms, do whatever the fuck they want to do. I always get ganked by 2 to 3 people while our teammate has no pressure on the map. That makes me angry, and it genuinely makes me feel like the game is rigged. And you know what? I stopped playing. You can't. That's the thing about real life is that you can't quit. You can stop playing Deadlock for a day, but you can't do that with life. It's always on. The game is always on. There's no pausing. There's only relaxing moments. You know, like how you walk through the wilderness in Skyrim. Kind of like that. There is no break. So what I'm saying is that you have to keep playing, even if it's unfair. And the best thing that you can do is redirect that energy into something positive. So this speech is about Matt Pets. It's a story about one of his friend who Matt Pet. Basic gist is that he was in a club. Again, you can watch the video yourself. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but what really got me in this video is that his gesture of talking to someone in a friendly manner, acknowledging their existence, have probably made that person not take his life. And I just thought, holy heck, I used to do that in school. I used to greet everybody. Even if they never waved me back or wished me a good morning or hi, I would always, with a smile, say hello or hi. I'm thinking like, I felt it too, right? You've also felt it if you are downtrodden or crestfallen, should I say? That those simple gesture of feeling like you matter have probably gave you that energy to keep on going. And that's what I mean by it's time to start smiling for others, not for yourself. But when you're in public, when you're in group, when you're with friends, it is time to smile for them so that they feel happy. You're bringing happiness to them. You're listening to their problems. It slowly becomes. I'm not saying you have to go complete saint. I'm not saying I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, but I'm saying the smile part. I think that that analogy completely explains it. It's time to smile for others if you're this downtrodden. Because that is a positive energy. That is a very powerful positive energy to feel selfless. And if you can convert that into totally selfless, like you don't want anything in return, then that is even more powerful. Anyway, I do feel bad for those who have it worse. I know I like to complain a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I am a selfish person. I do complain a lot. But in times like this, I realize that hey, maybe I don't have it that bad. I am blessed. I have a very loving people around me who are very I'm surprised that they are this patient, because I wouldn't be. So I just don't want people to be a black hole for love, where they're receiving love, but they hate themselves so much that the love that they receive gets cancelled out with the hate that they have for themselves. In a way, they become a black hole. And so the love that they receive, they can never convert it, they can never redirect it to someone else. And I think that's why they say, if you can't love yourself, how can you love others? Okay, moving on to the next reply. Definitely do exist. Okay, just I don't know. I don't really believe in this stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, right? If God is real, why can't I see him? Why isn't he coming back and coming down and smiting my head or something? Smiting me with lightning. You know? Don't use blood. Okay, someone looks like concerned. Alright, so this is oh shit. It's a huge oh my god, this picture is huge. Okay, so is Lilith the best to make a man irresistibly attractive to a woman? Yes, unfortunately, Lilith will not see the wide majority of men attractive. Female idolatry is very objectifying, as men seen through the clinical gaze. They are expected to be pure breeds, etc. That's why female idolatry got nuked. Male idolatry unifies, while female one is divisive. Interesting. Idolatry, I'm assuming like idolizing. Well, there we have it. I mean, there it is. It's a goddess of chaotic power right there. We do have female idols a lot. I think most of us do Most of the kids in Hinduism will learn about female idols, but it's not like we see them through these lenses. Like, one is one is divisive, one is unifying. Okay, this is incredibly cringe. I think this man has good intention, but yes, he didn't need to write all this. Self-talk, self-realizes, be positive. Chaos magic principle. Your beliefs are your reality. I guess my reality is that there is no ghost. No one's breathing down my neck right now. And if I turn around to my bed in this dark room, I'm spooking myself up. Let's not go there. I want Lilith herself, not woman. That's a joke. So Lilith is basically witchcraft stuff. Of course, I didn't get any reply to my friend over there. Everyone is sleeping except for me. This guy says Lilith is not just evil, just a bit of love. Just a bit tough love. Treat her with respect and you shouldn't have any problems. Sounds like a propaganda. Based. She's not even feminist girl boss that people claim. Okay, we have some Lilith supporters here. What are you typing that? Typing that the Chinese female is the Lilith that said no to academic and industrial what the fuck is this word? Industrial? Is that a thing? Is this a word? No. Do you mean industrial or I guess Hindu industrial? Abrahamism? This is something that I don't know actually. Abrahamic religions, which include Judaism, Christianity, Islam. So that's what I mean by desert religion. Gods of Abraham. Yeah, I think that Ishmael. Descendant of Abraham. Wait, so the god is Abraham? Who's Abraham? Monotheism, worship of the one god. Okay. Historical connection to So I guess Abraham is the. I'll have to read more about this. Torah, the Quran, the Bible. Those son of Isaac. Okay. So that's what Abrahamic religions are. Thus the smiles in the photo. However, be warned, the Lilith will expect you to recycle cooking oil from the sewer water. What the fuck? What do we have? She turns the gutter oil into sensual oil. And what is this? Huh. I've only known her to fatten up subs to eat when former. Okay, so not all the replies are serious. Okay, so this man says if she finds you desirable, well, if she finds you worthy. Okay, so this guy says she turns male followers into drones, use a pagan love goddess instead. Pagan love goddess instead. The love emphasis doesn't mean they want help with pure sexual magnetism, as that is their domain as well. I personally follow the Norse pantheon and would thus lean towards Freya personality, but you should use your own intuition on what deity to use. So, what is this culture, man? Norse pantheon? Wait, Norse is a different mythology. Are you believing in Norse mythology? Or are you believing in Lilith? Or is this man believes in everything that there is? So here's how believing can be true. Uh so like for example, we'll take Lilith as an example. So these people know what Lilith is. Those who are versed in this, they probably know her preferences, her nature. So in a way, she is real enough. So that would imply that if you did follow her, if you became her follower, you will have become like her because you know what she is. You know what I mean? It's a bit different from placebo effect where there is nothing, but it's like you making your own demon and then fearing that. Or another analogy would be dressing up my stand fan in a costume with cloaks and stuff, and then at night being afraid that holy shit, oh my god, what is that? Like being freaked out at my own creation. That's what it is. Like Freya isn't real. Norse mythology isn't. Okay, so when I say not real, it's emotionally charged. I do mean to say we don't know. Okay, so another big reply we have. Replying to the OP post. No. Lilith will give you a crippling sex addiction that destroys your life in some way, like becoming a prostitute, tuning out, suing a drug life, or some weird shit like that. Demons work with destructive energies, and she will use those energies to destroy you. Ah. Heavenly deities can give all the love and pleasures you desire, but in a heavenly way that is good. Juan Yin or Guan Yin, the love Buddha, giving kindness and compassion like cute, sweet anime princess. What is the one about? Sukra, Indian Venice. Oh, Shukra. That's a day in our week. Wait, I didn't know about this deity. They never taught this in this school. What is this? Sanskrit word that means clear or bright? Asuras. Thought from the Asuras? Uh-huh, okay, okay. But Navagrana, oh my god. One of the sons of Virgo. V Someone made this up. Okay. God of Venus, Guru of Asuras. But what is he about? Every god or deity has a thing. Is that supposed to be a male? Okay. I don't think it's a very well-known deity then. Mount is a white horse. Okay, we're gonna move on. We'll give you the aura of pop star like Ariana Grande along with the deep love and eroticism, but takes time to work up to really good things. Radha. This is also from Hindu mythology. Krishna's consorts specializes in teaching marriage love. Marriage is the most deep way two humans can express love. Uh, Actually, I see marriage as a promise, a very serious binding. Like you're bound to that person. So let me see this guy. Chinese name of the Buddhistava. I am not reading that. Holy shit. Okay, I thought Buddhists just believed in the main guy, and his teaching. I guess not. Lilith, if you are a man, she will tune you out and get you addicted to drugs and send you to hell. If you are a woman, she will turn you into a prostitute of some type. Okay, so this I I am thinking like, do I even take this seriously? These are products of people being on the internet. Wow. This is amazing. This is the greatest activity that I have done. Not okay, not the greatest. I'm getting carried away. This is like this is some shonky business, mate. Last one. Well, Lilith almost exclusively helps chopped women get chads and banish midmen and usurp patriarchal limits. Any magic using Lilith for a man to get laid is raw dogging some other entity wearing a forced Lilith mask. It can work, but sure as fuck isn't real. Isn't the real Lilith? Real Lilith. It's either a self-generated thought form or a parasite, and won't have a fifth of the actual entity's power. Oh my god, where do these people come from? I just realized some of these could be playing Deadlock with me. Oh my god. Alright, holy, so that was the whole page. I think I have learned something today. That weird people still exists. There were some tinfoil hat stuff like this guy. Yeah, this guy is angry about God, whom I believe is a kid. There was the other guy who wrote too much, even though I think his intention was good. And he also got me going on about bringing positive energy or redirecting your negative energy to a positive one since you failed the jump. And in any case, I think that's it. I think I am spent for the day or for the night. Tomorrow is another day. I'm gonna watch the Deadlock tournament. Too bad we couldn't stream it. I guess thought we could, but I guess not. It's okay though. All right. Take care and don't do weirdo stuff. Touch grass. That's the result of not touching grass right there. Be with real people. Okay. Good night.